machine, strategy. They're laughing out loud. Strategy. They're laughing out loud. Strategy. They're laughing out loud. In the strategy room. They're laughing out loud. The strategy room.
Junk. 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 Everything I still get a lot of bills from my father. We haven't taken care of him yet. My father and I were pretty close to each other, and I was an only child. And the last 2 years of his life, he was single, so I ended up having to take care of him. He had cancer, and it just progressed until he passed away September '99. More stuff that's interesting like that. Buttons. Working for the newspaper, he'd go to events. He kept every button from every event that he ever did. I don't know why. I don't know why he kept them.
As far as specific reason?
No, there's no specific reason. I guess he wanted to keep them. I don't know if there's any value to any of that. But I can't keep all this stuff, you know? I can't keep, there's a box of soap. This is hotel soap from all over the world. During his illness, he was in Houston. They have a huge, world-renowned medical center. A lot of the songs on Dog came out of that period. They were, you know, it was cathartic for me to be able to. That was really the only thing that I pretty much did for myself was write during that period. That was the only thing that, like, while he was as sick as he was, that was the only thing I pretty much allowed myself was to, like, write, because it was something that kept me sane, I think, you know. Soul Spirit Ghost is one song that, like, definitely, that song's just about neurosis, basically. And I can think of others if I had this CD in front of me, yeah.
This is your neurosis you're describing there, or is it?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, it was just a bad period of time. It's hard to, like, make sense of somebody dying. It's hard to make sense of somebody suffering, you know. It's hard to make sense of somebody you care about, like figuring out why it is that they're falling apart the way they are. After my father died, I wanted to get out and drive around. I just left and went and saw friends and just drove around the States. It was good to just drive, you know, and listen to music.
I asked her in whisper, 2 eyes that would shine. I asked her to hold to a heart that was mine. But she's caught in a fire and blind to the side. And she makes a shadow against 100 lights. Oh, those 100 lights have seen the moon make those 100 lights.
The whole experience of playing in this town has been a learning experience. And I've learned a lot from watching Centromatic. We all learn from watching each other.
Actually, I'll just play one song. I'll play my song. I'll just play one song.
What is this off of?
Those are from 4 tracks I did.
Yeah, which which volume?
I don't know. I did them like. They're from my mom's house, from my folks' house, last month.
Last month.
Yeah. And it's interesting because at the end of this one, I did this. The satellite TV has the radio network thing.
Oh,
where
yeah,
they like
yeah.
got all the oldies stations and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
weird big band stuff and all this junk. And this song happened to be on right at the end of the recording. I was like, well, you know, screw copyright laws.
Yeah.
I'm gonna march this microphone right over to that TV speaker, and we're gonna fire it up. So it's this guy named Matt Monroe. I don't know. Are you familiar with him?
Yeah,
Have you
yeah,
heard him?
yeah.
He sneaks in at the end. So. Anyways.
At your feet, where the mouthpiece and nozzle fit for the gas, spreading all through the house and in a box. At the end of the hallway, packed up were valentines that I once gave to you, and I swear I did not know about the leak under the floor.
A lot of people have been dying in my songs recently. Like
Like a
people
madman just waiting
not quite making it.
to take us and kill us good.
It sneaks in even louder and louder. The cool thing is it was in the same key. Like there was something kind of romantic about the couple in that song where they, you know, well, yeah, it sucks that they died, but there was something romantic about how they both died from a gas leak together in bed, you know. It's like they were where they wanted to be, you know, when they went, so. My mom just lost her best friend this past August, so it was a tough time. And there was a lot of sadness in the family, definitely. And she was very close, you know. She was very close to the family, and there was a lot to draw from that, you know. There really is.
There was nothing for her to smile about. She's on the table with an apple in her mouth. Her parents' efforts to sell her as a wife. Well, she dreams of the wedding night when love is on the way. Oh, she dreams of the wedding night when love is on the way. So then comes handsome, here comes his busy hands. He speaks with fever and he speaks of nesting plans. But was he honest? Was he all a man can be? True love's appearance is all a good girl needs. Well, she dreams of a wedding night when love is on the way.
It doesn't sound like Meatloaf at all.
No, it doesn't.
It's
Good,
perfect.
good. And also, we talked about the no changes.
No, I know.
No changes.
The one part
Song.
dreamsicle.
Yeah, the one part musical. You gotta have one of those. The only, it's not dancing is the only one I got that doesn't, you know, do the busy chord
It came from
routine.
mine, but I liked how the two kind of link up.
Yeah, I think that's working out.
are you
So,
up
Who are you?
I'm Keith.
Keith?
My,
Sarah.
an old confidant and roommate of Will from a while back, and consultant, apprentice. I always have to ask him questions about.
Lifelong consultant.
Yeah.
We would constantly provide each other with these kind of litmus test sort of things. It's like, okay, does this sound too much like something? Okay, well it doesn't, so I'll take it out. I'll take it to the band. So, and that's kind of the way we spent a lot of our time when we were living together a couple of years ago. So we just bounce new songs off of one another, and so, and then I found out that he was a licensed preacher. So I asked him to be the pastor for our wedding. Yeah, Chris and I did. So it was perfect.
We will never do the Holiday Inn power set. Never.
Can't do that anymore.
Well, no. Someone has to drink between songs. You can't go bing, bing, bing like Murph and the Magic Tones.
What is the Holiday Inn power set?
Holiday Inn. Holiday Inn power set.
You guys are staying at the Holiday Inn, right?
Yeah,
Is there a lounge or anything like that of that
Yeah.
nature there?
I'm afraid so.
Well, sometimes when bands roll in and they play these lounges like at hotels or motels, there's a certain tension that seems ever present maybe between the patrons or the traveling businessmen and the performers, you know, it's like, and so instead of waiting, you know, as soon as you get done with the song for any applause, you know, you can't wait for the applause. You just got to go to the next song, go to the next song, go to the next song. No stopping, just rifle through, or else you might get a glass or a rock thrown. Who knows? So you got to do the Holiday Inn power set.
You did that as well?
We do that sometimes if it's an uncomfortable situation. Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You should have been in New Orleans this past summer. Yeah.
3 people going like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a very lonely sound.
It is.
So you don't wait for that lonely sound.
No.
You just go,
I played a laundromat one time.
there you go.
Yeah, there was like a screaming kid. And I got a tape of it. It's too much. Like the kid was right next to the microphone. In between every song, it was just, and I liked it. I thought about maybe releasing a cassette version of that show. You say it's on the way. You say it's every day, and you will find. The matters are the same. The bottle I'll explain to you will find. You don't understand our kind. You say anything that you can find. Bottle on the way. The bottle I'll explain to you will find. And the matters are the same. The bottle I'll explain to you will find. You don't understand our kind. Saying anything that you can find.
I'm good at it too.
What are you doing, Chris?
Getting some wine. Trying to create a mood. Mood for playing. Mood for playing.
Romance.
Yeah, romance.
Gonna play here?
Yes, we are. Yeah, we're
Where
gonna
are we
play.
now?
This is Fry Street, and this is where we used to play on the street. We practiced. We never played in clubs for a long time. We just play out on the street. That place right there was the first place we played with another band in a club. It was called Jim's Diner. Now it's an Italian restaurant. But we played with Slobberbone. Yeah. And Brent Best had seen us on the street over here where we're about to go sit and play. And so that's how we met. He watched us play, and we opened for them. We were terrible. It was bad. At least I was. That was awful.
So this is where the Baptist Generals were formed, actually. or-
Yeah, actually. There was an earlier incarnation of the Baptist Generals. It was Poor Bastard Sons.
Is this some kind of documentary?
Yeah, these people are from Holland.
Really?
Yeah, we used to play out here on the street years ago. And now,
I think this is a 40 ounce.
yeah, I wasn't drinking wine, man. We were drinking
Malt liquor.
cheap malt liquor, 40-ounce bottles.
Paper bag.